Well, the choice of Philadelphia certainly seems very strategic. There are two high-profile midterm elections in Pennsylvania. We spoke with a political analyst about what tonight's primetime address means for the campaigns. The eyes of the nation will be watching President Biden as he takes the stage on Independence Mall in Philadelphia. Just ahead of his primetime speech, we spoke with Dr. Donna Patterson, chair of the Department of History, Political Science, and Philosophy at Delaware State University, about the significance of his speech to Pennsylvania just 2 months ahead of the midterm elections.
This is a very important speech that President Biden will give tonight in Philadelphia. And we see that he just left the state. He'll be back in the state, I think, Monday in Pittsburgh, really thinking about what's happened in recent years in this country. The climate, both kind of coming off 2016, 2020, January 6th. And so I think it's a very important speech about democracy and the future of democracy in this country. I think it will resonate with voters who tend to lean Democrat, moderates, and conservatives who may not be ultra MAGA as they were described. The PA Senate race is very important. Just the interest, the national and even international interest that this PA Senate race has gotten for months, even going to the primaries. People are watching. People know that it's a very important race. What we've also seen in the last few days is Republicans are really galvanizing. I think they feel like Dr. Oz may be losing some momentum. The fundraising is out the roof.
Dr. Patterson says she believes the president and other high-profile Democrats will be crisscrossing the Commonwealth in the weeks to come, with a highly contested Senate race and gubernatorial race hanging in the balance.
I think the gubernatorial race is also very important. I think if the Republican candidate actually gets in, that's going to make a big shift in terms of the way Pennsylvania looks, in the next 4 to 8 years. I think Pennsylvania in some ways is a microcosm of what we're seeing in the nation right now in terms of these very disjointed political views, and in some cases more left and more right, and how do you bring all these voices together?
Of course, stay with Eyewitness News for continuing coverage of the president's visit tonight. We will have live coverage of his trip here to Philadelphia, and you can also watch his entire speech live on our streaming service, CBS News Philadelphia.